Hello. Um, this is the author of my new book. It's The Prince's Dreams and The Guardian. I call it Jar Dream Story on my YouTube channel. The reason why this is my first time doing a live video, so if it's not perfect, I'm sorry. But I'm going to go for it anyways, because to me, people understanding the story of my book and is based on a personal experience I went through since I was 8 till I was 19. Um, when I accidentally went to the world beyond actual dreams, the reality between sleep and non-sleep. I met the person that governed all the world's dreams. Her name was Aristia, which her name means hero in his finest moments. I Googled that and found that out. But I really want people to know why things happen in your sleep, and that's what I'm going to explain to people in my book. I wrote the first one already about 2 years ago. I'm just now putting it on YouTube because I'm trying to make it happen. I had to raise up enough money to get it edited, but the best thing I could do is tell the story through, me speaking it to you. Uh, I thought about what I was going to say whenever I started this video, but now I can't think of it. It's kind of crazy. I think everybody should hear this story. It changed my life. She changed my life. It's a story it's an action drama love story. Probably, I would say, the most powerful love story that there ever was. Basically explains why love is the strongest force on earth and has no limits. Love has no limits and no limitations. It never ends. Even through those 11 years, I still want to know why all that happened to me. And I'm hoping, after regaining all these memories of my past experiences from when I was 8, I had to make sure I wasn't going crazy. So when I was in 3rd grade, I wrote a short story about it because I was so excited about it when I was 8 years old. And my mom kept a copy of that short story because my teacher loved it and gave it A++. Back in the 80s, that was really good. So she kept a copy of it, and the second line, just to make sure I wasn't going crazy, it said, "And then I met the person that governs the world of dreams, Aristia." So that immediately made me think, well, I'm not crazy. What really jump-started all this, about 2 years ago, I had sleep apnea, and I didn't even know it. My body finally gave out, and I passed out over the wheel. And I was in a head-on collision with the car, and out of nowhere, a voice speaks to me, "Josiah, wake up now." And then all of a sudden, I woke up. I can't really explain. It was basically like my heart spoke to me, and I instantly woke up, and I moved out of the way just in time. But that wasn't the end of it. No. When when I got done, I pulled over on the side of the road because there was so much memories, so much information going to my head. Basically like like a tornado or a black hole of information just got sucked into me all at one time. It was so overwhelming. All the emotions. I mean, I was crying. I couldn't explain what was going on. So I decided I'm just going to write a book about all my memories, because when you dream, you're not normally, you won't remember everything. Well, I remember 11 years of dreams. Mainly because they're not just dreams, but memories. I guess that's what differentiates from dream to memory is reality. Dreams forget eventually, but memories is what makes you alive. So, I would like to be asked questions about anything. As far as dreams go, I would love to answer questions. And like I said, I've never done a live video before, but I'm excited and scared at the same time. This is something that I feel my heart is telling me to do. That it just wants to be heard. I mean, I made a promise to Aristia that when I leave, when I die, she will be known to the world, because she knows everybody. She sees everybody. She loves everybody. She cares about everybody. And no one ever even knew. No one knows. Except for maybe a couple instances where people have ran into a girl where she's so beautiful, but you never really know much about her. It's just you wake up and that was it. But you always wonder, who is that? You didn't know who that was. Well, I was Aristia. About 500 years ago, our time, not their time, because one day there is, one night here is 5 days there. So if you want to put that together, when I was there for 11 years, it was actually 60, I don't know, around 65 years, something like that, there. But I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not crazy. I have a very sound mind. It made me who I am today. I always stood up for love. I always thought that love conquers all, and I strongly believe it does. It overcomes anything. It is the strongest force on earth. It is not to be underestimated. So, as when I met her, and I'm just gonna tell the prologue. In my next live video, I will explain chapter 1. But in this one, I'm just introducing you to the background story of what I'm fixing to tell you. So, here we go. This is the prologue. In this world, everybody has dreams. Some are big, some are small. Some even have lucid dreams where they actually feel like they're everywhere and they control everything. And to a point, you do. But there's some things you can't, which is reality. The reality of sleep is that you're asleep. But there's things that you can't control in your sleep, even if you believe you're awake. Well, that's where Aristia comes in. She kind of fills in the blanks. Why you wake up when you do. Why all of a sudden you get so tired. And she's also the one that watches over you while you sleep. She can't always be there all the time because there's so much going on, so many people, and there's things out there in your sleep you have to be aware of, like going off in the places you don't need to go. There are dark places where you might actually go way beyond where you need to be. You start going into a realm where you don't need to be, a dark realm where demons are. I've had to go there a couple of times just because it's part of my job when I was a guardian. Aristia is a guardian, but she's also like the leader of the guardians. It's a group of people who go out and fight off demons, keep you from getting possessed and stuff, or causing you to have a heart attack and die in your sleep, and no one ever knows what happened to you except you, but you won't know that until you wake up again and you're somewhere else. It's basically we have to keep the harmony. But enough about that. When I was 8, I happened to live a normal kid life, other than I was just a dork, 8 years old, had Nintendo, loved to play games and stuff, and I thought girls were the enemy at first, so I found this. I was digging in the dirt like little boys tend to do, and I hit something hard in the dirt, and I pulled out this amulet thing. It kind of looked like the Triforce, but it wasn't. It had 3 triangles and a perfect circle, not to be confused with the satanic witchcraft symbol with a line in it. No, it's not that. Something totally different. But it was cool, and being 8, I considered it a Triforce. So I stuck it around my neck and showed my parents and my brothers. My oldest one thought it was stupid. But anyways, I put that around my neck with the shoestring, and I went to bed. And I would always have real lucid-like dreams, realistic type dreams. So I was having a dream like I normally do, and practicing sword fighting, and then all of a sudden the floor in my dream opens up, and I feel wind hit my face, and I can smell flowers, and I get closer to it, and then the floor from beneath me falls, and I fall through like a crack in my dream, and I land in some grass, and I realize that I'm in the clothes that I went to bed in instead of the clothes that I had in my dream. when I hit the grass, the first thing I noticed is that the grass was wet, like in the morning dew. And again, I could feel the cold air, and I could hear the trees. All my normal senses that you would if you were awake. And then I picked up a stick and started swinging it around like kid. And I was walking along a white brick wall fence. And I hear a little girl's voice say, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" And the first thing I say is, "Hold on. Why am I dreaming about a girl?" So I said, "Who are you, girl? Why are you in my dream?" And the girl says, "Stupid boy, you're not dreaming." So then after that, she proved to me, and it's in my first chapter, that I was not dreaming. But that started the whole deal right there. And the first book ends up being an epic tale of learning how your heart is and how to truly love somebody, not just in a wrong way or a bad way, but to truly accept your heart and how you feel. To me, love is not just an emotion. Your heart is not just an organ, it's your soul. In the book, Joshua, who I call Joshua, the main character guy, besides Aristia, the main character girl, Joshua gets a sword that is called the heart sword, which responds to a person's heart. It's the sword of hearts. However strong your heart is, that's how strong the sword is, and the sword makes you as strong as your heart. So in other words, it's a sword with limitless power. If your heart is pure, that's the key. The reason why Joshua was able to come to that world is because he had a pure heart and a lion's heart. Now, if you don't know what that is, Google it, and you'll see what a rare combination that is. Now, 500 years ago, our time, a man did come to that world besides Joshua. He is what's known as the old fairy tale of the White Knight. Now, this guy from India, he was a prince, and I know this because Aristia told me all this. He was a prince from India, and he loved people. He truly loved people, and he was good to his people. I don't know his name, but he went there only one night, which was 1 week. He met the queen at the present time, and they were in love, even though, because the queen has never met a person like the prince. But he had a white horse, and together they saved many people, went in people's dreams, because at that time there's a lot of demons, and they were trying to invade people's sleep. So her and the prince would go and protect people while they slept. But since he did not love her enough, when he went to sleep, when he woke up, he never was able to go back. Tragic love story, yes. But the story behind the White Knight is true. Well, I guess I'll try again another night. But if you like the video, please subscribe. I would love to show you my story. I'd love to show you what really happens when you sleep. Why things happen. How things happen. Well, I'm signing off. If you like it, please subscribe. Go type in Jar Dream Story in the search bar, and that will pull it up. Jar Dream Story is one word. Jar Dream Story. No space. Y'all have a nice night. Good night. Sweet dreams. Bye.